The sun was sinking behind the manicured hedges of Willow Creek, our pristine suburban enclave, when Karen Whitaker, the self-appointed queen of the HOA, stormed up my driveway like a hurricane in khakis. Her clipboard, her scepter of power, was clutched tightly, and her eyes blazed with the kind of righteous fury only a parking violation could ignite. I was waxing my Tesla Model S, its silver curves gleaming under the fading light, when she jabbed a finger at me. "Ethan, your car's an inch over the line. Move it or I'm fining you $500. She barked, her voice sharp enough to cut glass. I sighed, used to her tirades, but something in her tone felt different, unhinged, like a dam about to burst. Karen had ruled Willow Creek for years, her HOA bylaws a noose around our necks. No pink flamingos, no basketball hoops, no individuality. She'd once fined Mrs. Larson for planting tulips that were too red. But this wasn't about my car's position. I parked it perfectly, as always. This was personal. Last week, I challenged her at the HOA meeting, questioning her $10,000 community beautification fund that suspiciously coincided with her new deck. The room had gasped, and her face had turned the color of her forbidden tulips. Now she was out for blood. "You're not fining me, Karen?" I said, wiping my hands on a rag, trying to keep my voice steady. "My car's fine. You're just mad I called you out." Her eyes narrowed, and she stepped closer, her perfume choking the air. "Give me your keys," she demanded, voice low and venomous. "I'm confiscating that eyesore until you comply." I laughed, thinking she was joking, but her hand shot out, grabbing for the key fob in my pocket. I stumbled back, heart pounding. "Are you serious?" I shouted, dodging her grasp. Neighbors started creeping out, drawn by the commotion, their phones glinting like fireflies. That's when things spiraled. Karen lunged again, her clipboard clattering to the ground, and I saw something wild in her eyes, desperation, maybe, or something darker. "You think you're above the rules?" she screamed, her voice cracking. "I'll show you." Before I could react, she yanked a spare key from her pocket, a key I recognized as mine, stolen from my mailbox days ago. She darted for my Tesla, fumbling to unlock it. My stomach dropped. This wasn't just a power trip. This was theft. "Karen, stop!" I yelled, sprinting after her. She was already at the driver's door, her hands shaking as she pressed the fob. The car beeped, lights flashing, and for a split second, I thought she'd actually drive off. But then, a new voice cut through the chaos. "Mrs. Larson, the tulip rebel," hobbling forward with her cane raised like a sword. "Karen Whitaker, you've lost your damn mind," she shouted, her frail frame trembling with rage. No one expected sweet, 80-year-old Mrs. Larson to be the hero. But there she was, blocking Karen's path, her eyes fierce with years of pent-up resentment. The distraction gave me time to snatch the key back. But Karen wasn't done. She shoved Mrs. Larson, who stumbled but didn't fall, and lunged for me again. That's when the sirens wailed. Someone, probably nosy Mr. Jenkins, had called the cops. 2 officers pulled up, their lights painting the street red and blue. Karen froze, her face a mask of shock as reality hit. "This is my neighborhood," she spat, even as the cuffs clicked around her wrists. "You can't do this." But they could, and they did. "Attempted grand theft auto," they said. "Felony." Her reign was over. As they led her away, Karen's composure cracked. Tears streaked her face, and she muttered about protecting the community. I almost felt sorry for her, almost. But then I remembered the years of her tyranny, the fines, the fear, the way she turned neighbors against each other. Mrs. Larson, still clutching her cane, whispered to me. She thought she was untouchable. "Nobody is." Her words hit like a gut punch, a reminder that power, unchecked, corrupts even the pettiest kings. The next day, the neighborhood buzzed. A wooden bulletin board appeared by the community mailbox, a handwritten note pinned to it. HOA Karens' reign ends in scandal. It was unsigned, but I suspected Mrs. Larson's handiwork. People whispered about Karen's upcoming trial, about how she'd screamed about conspiracies as the police car drove off. Some felt vindicated, others uneasy. Had we pushed her too far? Or had she always been a ticking bomb, waiting for a spark? Looking back, I wonder where it all went wrong. Karen wasn't evil, not at first. She'd started as a neighbor who wanted order, but somewhere along the line, control became her god. Her fall was a warning. Power, even in a suburban cul-de-sac, can twist the soul. Mrs. Larson's unexpected stand showed me something else. Courage can come from the quietest corners, and one voice can shift the tide. Now, as I park my Tesla exactly within the lines, I feel the weight of that night. Karen's behind bars, her legacy a cautionary tale scrawled on a wooden board. But the scars of her rule linger in our divided community. I can't help but ask, where do we draw the line between order and oppression? What's your take? Did Karen get what she deserved? Or did we all fail to stop her spiral sooner? Share your thoughts. This story's not just my night, it's ours.